Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of From Start to Finish, featuring Sajfit Company. In this show, we take a deep dive into the journeys of small businesses on their path to success. I'm your host, Natali. Today, we have the privilege of hosting Sean James from Sajfit Company, a certified holistic health practitioner making significant contributions in the field of holistic health. Please join me in welcoming Sean James, the visionary behind Sajfit Company. But before we delve into the interview with Sajfit Company, I'd like to take a moment to thank our amazing sponsor, Fireprenair, where they set e-commerce on fire. Fireprenair makes it possible for us to bring you these inspiring stories week after week. So a big shout out to Fireprenair, an incredible platform where learning, creativity, collaboration, and community come together, all while igniting e-commerce success. Stay tuned. We will be right back. Welcome to our all-in-one platform where learning, creativity, collaboration, and community come together. Fireprenair is an emerging web technology and business development platform which offer great services in freelancing, digital services, e-learning, and networking marketplace. Discover our extensive collection of e-learning courses taught by industry experts to expand your knowledge and skills. Learn at your own pace, access courses anytime and anywhere, and unlock your full potential. Browse through our marketplace of digital products created by talented artists and creators. Enhance your digital experiences with high quality and unique digital goods. Connect with skilled freelancers who can bring your projects to life. Get access to a wide range of services, from design and development to writing and marketing. Join our thriving community of professionals, entrepreneurs, and enthusiasts. Collaborate, share insights, and grow together in our supportive networking environment. Experience the power of e-learning, digital products, freelancing, and networking in one comprehensive platform. Join Fireprenair today and experience the power of connections. Visit fireprenair.com for an exclusive offer. Fireprenair, e-commerce on fire. Sajfit Company, led by Sean James, offers certified holistic health practitioner services, focusing on holistic wellness and well-being. Sean is on a mission to make a positive impact in the world of holistic health and wellness. Originating from location and reaching clients far and wide, Sajfit Company seeks to provide meaningful holistic health solutions to individuals seeking a balanced and healthy lifestyle. To our viewers, whether you're joining us for expert insights, inspiring stories, or just some engaging conversation, we promise you an enlightening experience. From fascinating conversations with experts in various fields to uplifting stories and much more, we've got a lot in store. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be entertained, informed, and inspired. Now, dear viewers, we'd love to hear from you. Please stay engaged, keep watching, and interact with us throughout this video. Remember to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments section, and ensure that you've subscribed and turned on the notification bell so you never miss an episode of From Start to Finish with Fireprenair. Fireprenair e-commerce on fire.
Hello.
Hi, Sean. I'm
How you
Renee.
doing? Good to meet you.
Hey, look at that. Tell me about this. What's this?
So this is chlorophyll and trace mineral infused water. Are you familiar with what chlorophyll is?
Plants. That's all I know.
Right. So basically, chlorophyll is the green pigment found in plants. The green pigment is synthesized through the sun, and it's basically called biophotons, or light cold frequencies.
Nice.
And that's what gives the plants that green color. So this is really good for aiding in digestion, aiding in circulation of the body, help kill off pathogens, any foreign bacterium that could be formed inside your body as well, and also eliminating gall and kidney stones.
When I just drink this,
Just drink
a
about like a regular water bottle a day, and it's gonna help also replenish the trace minerals inside of your body as well.
I see you got a lot of products there. I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, we got a few.
All right, come on, let's get ready. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing today?
Awesome. Can you tell us about your background and what led you to become a certified holistic health practitioner?
So for me, it was a lot. When I was a kid, I was overweight. I was diagnosed morbidly obese. So I remember I was in the 6th grade. I weighed 265 pounds, and I wore a size 42 jean in 6th grade. So I was about 12 years old.
Wow.
And it's a disease in your knees called Osgood-Schlatter's disease, when the growth plates is growing too fast. So when they growing that fast and the other bones aren't growing with it, it's a lot of pain, and you get these bumps that protrude out under your kneecaps. So I was going to see the doctor to figure out what I could do about that pain, because it was so crazy when I was younger. And he was like, you know, this happens a lot with young kids when they start growing fast, but also the weight is affecting you a lot. If you got the weight off, it'll take a lot of pressure off your knees. So from the pain being that crazy, I said, man, I'll do whatever I gotta do. So I started to I didn't know obviously everything I know now, but I just started swapping out like white bread with wheat bread or Ezekiel bread, and I started, you know, stop drinking processed juices and sodas, and I started drinking just more water. And I just realized if I felt much better from doing these little things, I know it's other areas in my life I could compound on to achieve results. So just over time, I've always been intrigued with health, and I just felt like for me, I wanted to provide the highest quality of expertise and knowledge base to anybody I interact with, whether if they're someone on the street or they're a customer or a client. So that's what made me want to get certified, so people can see that I actually take my craft serious, and that I actually do this at a high level.
And all this started when you were 12 years old in the 6th grade.
That's when it started formulated in my mind.
That is amazing. And from that, you decided, look, if I'm going through this, I can go forward. And if it makes me change and makes me feel better, I may be able to help somebody else.
Exactly.
That is absolutely awesome. So let me ask you this. What challenges did you face establishing Sajfit, and how did you overcome them?
So there was a few challenges. For me, credibility. You know, it's a lot of people that, you know, dibble and dabble in things because it's a trending topic or it's a fad. And for me, when that came to the holistic health, I know a lot of people are familiar with Dr. Sebi and what he's done for the community and the world, really. And, you know, everyone wanted to hop in on what he was doing because it was a fad. But for me, I was going through my own health issues. So I played college basketball. I finished playing at Lincoln University. And then I had an opportunity to go play in France, Pro B League. And before I was able to go play, I had a back injury. But I've kind of dealt with back injuries in college. But they were just like spasms just from working out too much. But this one was a little different. So after that workout, I remember my back clenched up so bad, I had to lay down on the ground for about 45 minutes. I couldn't even move. I ended up getting like an MRI and X-ray about a week later from that situation happening. And the doctor told me I had DDD, which is degenerative disc disease. So that's basically when the disc and the vertebrae inside of your disc is closing up, and basically your vertebrae is bone on bone. There's no disc for the shock absorption. And they were like, yeah, bro, you know, this is irreversible. You know, you're gonna have to get surgery to help with the pain right now. We could pump up some steroids, some cortisone shots. And I was like, I'm not trying to do any of that stuff. You know, so I initially did sign up to do the surgery.
Wow.
And then the day that the surgery came, I called him, like the Most High, the Spirit was telling me, do not go in there and do this. So I called him and said, I'm not gonna be coming in. And I literally remember, I was calling the receptionist, told her I'm not coming. I heard people laughing in the background, saying he's never gonna get better.
What?
Yes. So that kind of ignited a fire in me to be like, let me go really figure this out, because I know I can figure this out. So I started looking into like Dr. Sebi and what he would do, the late Dr. Leilala Africa, and you know, a whole bunch of just different people that have high level expertise in the field. And I started doing what they were just talking about, you know, detoxifying your body, changing lifestyle habits, and literally from doing tons of cleansing, a lot of meditation, a lot of fasting, a lot of isolation, spending time with myself and God, I literally reversed everything. I rebuilt 3 discs in my spine, from my L3 to my S1, fully. Awesome. Doctors couldn't believe it. They like, how did this happen? I said, hey, look, y'all don't even need to wrap your mind around it. You just see the proof in the pudding.
That's it.
And then from there, I knew that I actually had a skill set, because it's one thing to know it,
Right.
and it's another thing to actually know it and then apply it and actually have result. So, and that was before I even got certified. I was just doing off independent research. So at the same time, my mom had a mini stroke. So she had developed 4 brain lesions on the right side of her brain. The left side of her body was paralyzed. This was all in 2018. So 2018 was super rough. And then at that time, my mom was seeing my results I was getting. She was seeing all these specialists from DC, New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and they didn't know what was going on. So she was suffering from prednisone toxicity, too much steroid use. And the doctors just kept telling her to keep taking it. And I said, no, you're going to have to get off of this, and we're going to have to try a different route. You know, you exhausted your resources. You know, you're telling me, you know, you don't know how much more you can take, and I'm your son, and I love you, so I want to see you get better. So she gave me a shot. And then literally within 7 months, she went in for her MRI and CAT scan on her brain, and the brain lesions was gone.
Get out.
Fully gone.
So you completely detoxed her from prednisone.
Fully. Doesn't take it anymore.
Good for her.
Doesn't need any of that anymore.
I suffered with that until I got off of it.
Exactly.
And then it's beautiful.
It's a wonderful life.
So now that you brought that up, how then do you define Trilogy? Because you mentioned you prayed, you went to God, of mind, body, and spirit. And why is that so important
So
in what you do?
So for me, like, the Trilogy is the connection between the mind, body, and spirit. It's a recycling effect. One needs the other. It's not an isolation effect. And then once I started seeing, okay, as humans, we are all mind, body, and spirit. That is the absolute abstract of what holistic health is. So when you attack holistic health, you're not isolating chemistry, not isolating systems of the body to be their own system. It's all one system. So instead of it just being HOL holistic, it's WHOL. It's a holistic system. So once I started putting 2 and 2 together, I feel like my mind started to elevate to the point to where I'm like, all right, if someone comes in for high blood pressure, it's not just because their cardiovascular system is down. There's got to be other components that's, you know, making this go this certain way. So just attacking that and realizing that every organ of the body needs another. To have homocysteine or homeostasis equilibrium in the body, I realized that's a key that unlocked for me.
So these medications, well, they're not even medications. They're actually nature's herbs.
Nature herbs, I call them nutraceuticals.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So these nutraceuticals can affect all areas and all aspects of what we currently take. Medical pills or medicines.
Prescriptions, exactly.
Whatever those prescriptions may be, especially if you're talking about high blood pressure, diabetes, kidneys.
Yeah.
We see
Kidney filtration is really low in our community, and it's because of, you know, the food that we eat. It's called the SAD diet, the standard American diet, and it is sad because we are the wealthiest country in the world, but we are the sickest. We are the most diseased, and it doesn't make sense when you look into it. So at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of people, you know, including myself, at a certain time, we have to be accountable for what we do. You know, we can always pray to God to get healed, and, you know, spiritual power is the most powerful to ever exist. But faith without works is dead. We can't, you know, pray to God that we want to reverse type 2 diabetes and then go get a burger.
And still eat the same food and say God's going to fix it.
Exactly.
He told you don't eat that, but you still do. So let me ask you a question. Exercise. How important is that in what we do?
It's very important. For me, I feel like it's vital. So like I said, I played basketball from high school to college to pro level, and I realized that no matter what you do, you need to exercise. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of like competition lifting and stuff like that. I mean, to each his own. I don't knock anyone, but I don't feel like it's super necessary. But I feel like everyone needs to do some type of exercise, whether if there's walking, if it's biking, if it's swimming, you know, if it's playing sports, like doing something, going to the gym, just moving your body, because, you know, we are all spirits in a vessel that's called the body. This body was meant to move. So we got to get it to move so we don't have stagnation inside of the body, because that wherever stagnation resides, disease thrives. So we need to make sure that our body is in constant movement so we can have circulation, proper blood and lymph circulation throughout all of our bodies.
So something as simple as parking, if your office is here, you park farther away to walk to get in, or taking the stairs versus getting on the elevator.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you're a big hydrator.
Oh, yeah.
I do remember that. You're always hydrating. Let's talk about some of your product line. I wanted to start with your Detox.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Can you tell us about what your Detox?
Yeah, so this is the 10-day rejuvenation kit. Basically, I like this kit so much because it gives people a different mental outlook on their health and their relationship with food. So you basically start off 10 days with no solid food.
Right.
It's just smoothies. And then if you really feel like you need to eat something, you can have like whole fruit or whole vegetables.
What type of smoothies do you recommend?
So I recommend fruit-based smoothies,
Okay.
but the fruit should be more of a hydration fruit. So it should be more melon-based, more berry-based. Those things are going to give you more hydration to your cells to support cellular respiration and oxygenation.
Do you suggest more natural fruits versus the frozen fruits that we can get in the store? I mean, in wintertime, it's sometimes it's harder. So then I guess the frozen foods would be fine. But.
Yeah, so for me, obviously, if you could get fresh organic fruit, you can't beat that. But end of the day, frozen fruit or even seedless fruit is better than none at all.
Why seedless?
I wouldn't recommend seedless. I would recommend seeded because it has more of the phytonutrients. Those are the living nutrients that's inside of the fruit to help it rejuvenate and repopulate your body. But at the end of the day, even if you're eating a seedless fruit, you're still getting hydration, you're still getting some trace minerals, you're still getting some micronutrients that you would have never gotten if you just would have, continue to just munch on French fries and donuts and everything like that. So
this is a 10-day detox.
Yeah.
And I take it that the herbs you place inside of that, what are the herbs in here?
So that white cap one that you grab is the herb that you would place in the smoothies.
Okay.
And then the one that's in the packet is the herb that you would just make for a tea. It's a metabolism boosting tea to also help burn off adipose tissue and adipocytes. Those are adipocytes are fat cells that store toxins. So basically, fat cells are made to store toxins because if the toxins aren't stored in fat cells, they can penetrate the blood and taint your blood, and you can, suffer from acidosis of the blood.
Wow.
And you can actually die like that as well. So a lot of the times, if you have excess fat on you, it's really not just fat, it's fat storing toxins. So when you start releasing toxins, you'll also see the fat leave as well.
So you can get rid of fat then, with little or no trouble. And this is a 10-day process?
10-day process. I have all my clients get onto it that's serious about changing their life. It's a jumpstart kit because when you're doing this, you're realizing, am I really hungry, or is this my natural urge to just want to snack on something? And then when you know you're staying committed to doing this, you're not going to snack, and you realize, wow, all these times I thought I was hungry in the past, I was never hungry. I
never really realized what hunger was because we never experienced hunger.
Exactly.
We just kept eating.
Just kept munching away.
Wow.
And then that's how you burn out your pancreas. A lot of people get type 2 diabetes that way because there's a lot of processed sugar that's not producing the alpha cells, the beta cells, simetostatin, those things that we need to help balance our glucose levels.
Okay. Question, in your opinion, what are the most common misconceptions about holistic health? And how do you address them?
The biggest one I've seen, so many people are, how can I word this? I would just say brainwashed in a way because of the allopathic community.
Right.
A lot of people think that holistic health is a quack business.
Right.
They don't think that living off of God's food is a way that can support longevity and health to thrive in your body. They think that you do need petroleum-based products in the pharmaceutical medicine. So, if that's the way they think, I'm not the type of person to try to make them think different. I just would simply tell them this may not be for you, and I think you should go that route. And every time I've said that to the people, they'll leave, but they always come back because nothing ever fixes the issue that they originally came for. So I think that's the biggest misconception, and I feel like the biggest way to get around it is I just tell them, give it a shot, give it 30 days.
And what's the best that can happen?
Exactly. And every time they legit give them 30 days of 100% commitment, their whole mind is blown. They can't believe the results that they see in the short amount of 30 days when they could have been dealing with something for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
And so these types of medicines, or actually herbs, these types of holistic approaches to what we do actually would change your skin,
Everything.
your tenacity for elasticity in your skin, the whole bit. That's amazing. These products, all of these products, I want to talk about each one of these products. Let's start with the Irish moss.
Yeah.
Irish moss, is it?
Yeah, Irish moss. So this is the Irish moss gel. This is real big that Dr. Sebi promoted a lot. And there's different types of mosses, but this is the Irish moss that come from Ireland.
What's it do?
So basically, it's really good for regenerating connective tissue. It's good for your hair, skin, and nail health and building stronger bones.
You can put that in your hair?
You don't put it in your hair. You can put it topically on your skin if you have like eczema or a burn or anything like that. But it's more of something that you will ingest and eat. So 1 to 2 tablespoons. And you could just put it in the smoothies, a different yogurt, oatmeal, even tea. And it just blend right in and you don't even notice that it's in there. But it's also going to boost your metabolism, support your thyroid, boost your immunity, supporting your thymus gland, aid in digestion, soothing the mucosal membrane inside of your small intestine, and also giving your body a lot of energy. So this is, I want to say, the staple product that we have. And then we also, now with the new launch of the products, converted them into the drop form.
And tell me about what the drop form does that.
So the drops is super next level. So the drops are amazing because they're in the tincture-based form. So after it's absorbed through your esophagus, it takes it right to your liver. Then your liver is going to synthesize, okay, I like this. I'm going to take these phytonutrients, these bioflavonoids and antioxidants, and I'm going to submit those into the bloodstream. The rest I'm going to submit into the small intestine so it could be created as bile and support with eliminating waste. But once the good nutrients are in the bloodstream, it automatically can feed your cells. So you don't have to go through the digestive process through the small intestine. This whole process is called cellular infusion. So your cells are infusing automatically into these the drops that we have.
So this little bottle.
Little bottle, yeah.
How much do we do?
You only need about 10 to 20 drops a day.
On your tongue or in
so
whatever?
Under your tongue, or you can even dilute it in like fresh pressed juice or water. But I would recommend that you do it under the tongue just so you can get the best benefit.
And so this one is the
Nutricell Boost with the Irish Moss and Bladderwrack. So that one is very strong, giving your body the complete spectrum of minerals to support bone growth, connective tissue, and also supporting your immune cells as well.
And this one is the same, or?
So this one is Irish moss, but it's also infused with soursop.
Okay.
So soursop is longly been studied to help support with killing cancer cells.
Wow.
So there's a chemical in the soursop called acetogens, or otherwise known as ACGs. And these ACGs support with the division of cancer cells and the killing off of cancer cells. So it's something called cellular apoptosis. That's when the cells kill themselves if they're already dead, or in a state that is not supporting good health in the body. So with the ACGs in here, they help kill off the cancer cells. And then there's another state called cellular mitosis. That's a division of cells. So cancer cells typically stay inside of your body. They don't go through cellular apoptosis. They divide and they grow and they proliferate through cellular mitosis. So this here helps kill cancer cells. So it supports cellular apoptosis, and then when those cancer cells die and then your body creates new healthy cells, that's when the cellular mitosis comes in, but the division is from a healthy cell, not a compromised cell. Exactly.
Okay. And you have other products. So this one, tell me what this product does as far as it relates to whatever our diseases are that are out there. That's what I'm trying to find out.
So this is our all-purpose multivitamin.
Okay.
So this supports every system in your body as well. And it's really good for circulation and cardiovascular. So a lot of people, they have stagnant cardiovascular systems because they have a lot of plaque just from eating animal-based products or indulging in lifestyles that don't support good circulation. So these are really good for that, and they're also really good for supporting your bone growth and your thyroid. So your thyroid is in control of your metabolism and also your parathyroid. So this has the Irish moss and bladderwrack in it as well to help support that. And it's also really good with supporting immune health, with supporting T cell, thymus cell growth, B cell, bone marrow cell growth, and macrophages, lymphocytes, to support the growth of new immune cells to help kill off pathogens or any foreign bacteria that may have entered the body.
Awesome. Okay, tell me about this one.
So that's our Ethiopian black seed oil.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so black seed oil is now cultivated all around the world,
It is.
but the most potent sources is from Ethiopia or Egypt because that's where it's indigenously grown from. So there's different elements in the black seed oil like thiamycin that helps build up anti-inflammatory properties. So this is really good for people that have joint issues, inflammation issues, gout issues, that help eat away the acids that's causing the corrosion inside of their body.
Wow.
So I always recommend people the black seed oil, even if you don't have those issues. A lot of people, no matter what you do, even me, even if you eat healthy, you have acidic waste matter that gets built up. So this always comes to help eat away those acids so that your body can regenerate in the proper way.
Okay. And then we have...
That's the same thing, but in the bigger form.
We have, oh, you have a children's drop.
Yep, so we made the drops also for kids. So all these drops that we have here are made with grain alcohol and glycerin. But now with the kids form, it's only glycerin. Alcohol has a higher penetration rate for the cells. That's why it's more potent. But you know, for parents that just is like, I don't want to give my kid things, anything that has alcohol, and it's not going to intoxicate them in any way, but just for their, you know, their sensitivity, this is very good because now you have raspberry leaf, you have elderberry leaf, you have Irish moss, you have a lot of good things in here that doesn't have the alcohol, but it's still going to help the kids and penetrate their cells to help them recover from any sickness, any viral overloads, or any disease.
Awesome. And then we've got this one.
And this one is the Nutricell Boost, but now Irish moss infused with elderberry.
Okay.
So this is very, very good for supporting immune cell production. So elderberries, they have an element that is called cytokines. And cytokines is something that helps produce more white blood cells and also support more thymus cells and bone marrow cells.
Okay.
So the white blood cells are created inside of the bone marrow, and then it takes them to the thymus gland and it creates them to become thymus cells or bone marrow cells. And that's what we need for basically the protection of our body when we're fighting off foreign invaders.
Nice. And I think we got them all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's my next question. What sets what you do here
So
apart from the other things that go on in the industry?
So for me, I feel like it sets me apart. So when I was first getting into this, I obviously didn't have my own products.
Right.
So every time I went to go look for products, I always looked at the ingredients list.
Right.
And I always noticed that they had some type of preservative or filler ingredient that just wasn't needed. It's just like, for me, I'm like, why does this need to have, you know, folic acid, or why does it need to have some type of filler just to add for shelf life? So I was like, I'm about to just start trying to make my own compounds without the preservatives and see how they work.
Right.
And I just noticed the difference from having what you need versus, you know, having something that could just give you longer shelf life through the, you know, capitalism.
But then it dissipates. The actual, to me, it would seem that the effect of it dissipate over time. Sitting there on a shelf like that. And this has a stronger potency if I can get it and use it right away.
Exactly.
And then get another one and continue the process. So it strengthens more than things that sit on the shelf for me concern me.
Exactly. And these have more higher bioavailability for your body to absorb them. So
Quicker.
It's a lot quicker, and it can penetrate your cells deeper. So a lot of people, you know, they'll get the stuff from Vitamin Shop or GNC, and there's nothing wrong with their products, but they're not getting the result that they may be looking for. And it's because the potency isn't there.
Right.
That product could have been sitting on the shelf for maybe months or years, who knows, you know? So we get all of our products and we make them fresh. We make products every week. So everyone's getting something fresh. It's not like it's just been sitting around for so long. And like I said, with the Nutricell Boost, with the tinctures, they do have longer shelf life, but that's only due to it being in an alcohol tincture form. So other than that, everything that we do is made fresh off the press.
So how do you approach mental and emotional well-being as part of your holistic approach? As part of all that you do, all of this. So how do you include the mental and the physical well-being? So you've got mental, you got an emotional, and you got a physical well-being. How do you put those, how do you blend that?
So for me, I feel like we all need to start connecting with spirit first.
Oh, wow.
And I feel like our spirit is going to tell us what direction we need to go into. I feel like as humans, life can be very simple, but we make it complex.
Right, we make it challenging.
It's super challenging. So for me, I've been realizing as long as I can get quiet within my own self and block out the external noise, that's where I need to start first. And I'm going to get all the answers to any questions that I have.
Because in theory, you hold your own answers.
Exactly.
To your life.
Like a lot of people believe in discovering the gifts in themselves. I don't believe in that. I believe in, so a lot of people believe that like we all came here with gifts and talents.
Okay.
And we do. But I don't feel like it's a discovery process because if it was already in us, it's nothing to discover. It's there already.
Been there.
To me, it's a rediscovery.
Wow.
So basically, we're shedding the layers that the world has put on us that says you need to be like this, you need to be like that. You remove all these layers, and then you're rediscovering who you were really intentionally meant to be. So once you do that, I feel like you get all the answers you need. And the next step is then the mental. So then once you know what you need to do, you need to believe you can do it. And you need to believe that it's already done. You just need to do the work necessary to complete the task.
Yes.
A lot of people, they'll come to me and they'll be like, yeah, we've seen you help this person, you know, reverse their type 2 diabetes, or we've seen you reverse their high blood pressure. I want the same results. Okay, well, I always ask them, do you believe you can do it? And then they have a lot of times, they have a lot of tension, a lot of friction.
Wow.
So the first thing I say is, I don't want you to buy anything here.
Right.
I want you to believe that regardless of the situation, you can overcome the situation. Once you get that mindset, then we can build further. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time putting too much faith in products
and not
into your own body. Because your body is really the healer, not the products. The products just putting your body in the environment your body needs to heal. I'm not doing anything.
That's right.
The products ain't doing anything. It's you doing it. Your body is a magical vehicle. It's majestic. But you have to believe it all can be possibly done. And then once you get the spirit aligned and the mental aligned, the physical part just is a byproduct, and it's super easy.
Wow, there's a scripture that says, whatsoever a man thinketh, so is he.
Exactly.
So you literally take them back to the beginning, to the basics, and say, listen, let's start with your mind.
Exactly.
Where are you? So if I came in and I said, Sean, I need whatever.
Exactly.
And you'd sit me down and say, listen, Renee, let's talk about where you're at in your head first.
Yeah.
Because that's what matters.
And then they also see that I actually care. I'm not here pushing products, because I'm not. I don't really do too much marketing. I could, but it's like more or less, I want people to know I have their best interests in mind.
Heart. Yeah.
Not just to come buy some products. I want you to know in your mind, I believe you can do it because I've done it and I've helped other people do it, but I want you to know you can do it.
And see, that's where I'm headed next. Testimonials. You're hitting. You opened that door right there. Boom. We're right in testimonials where I was going next. Let's talk about that.
Yep.
Customer testimonials, what you got?
So I've helped reverse type 2 diabetes in about 4 clients. And I had one of them is a good friend of mine. He was actually open enough to be open with sharing his lab results.
Wow.
So we do clinical trials with clients that's open to doing it to get their lab results. And when he first came to me, his A1C was at a 9.8 or like a 9.9. It was super high. You know, that's a really, really high sugar level. And, you know, you want it to be around like a 5.6, 5.5 range. And he came to me in March of this year, about like March 20th. In about 3 months, we dropped his A1C from a 9.8 to a 5.8.
What did you do?
So like we say, I started him off on the Detox kit, the 10-day rejuvenation kit. To me, that's the first thing you gotta do, because your body
And toxins, all the toxins you got.
Everyone got so much toxins in them, but if you've never done a cleanse before, it's just your body is overwhelmed with toxins. So that's the first thing we want to do. We want to make sure your lymphatic system isn't stagnated. We want to make sure your kidneys have proper kidney filtration. We want to make sure that your cardiovascular system has good circulation. We want to cleanse out the digestive tract, open up the respiratory system, make sure that every organ is operating functionally. So then when we put you on a new lifestyle plan, your body knows how to synthesize those nutrients and absorb them properly.
So question. So this plan, this 10-day smoothie, and I guess you can have as many as you want.
As many as you want. And that's the thing. So some days you may wake up and be like, man, I'm starving. I want to have 4, 5, 6 smoothies today. And that's fine. And then there could be some other days when you realize, I'm not that hungry. I might just do 1 or 2 smoothies, and that's fine as well.
And you're just using yogurt?
Not yogurt. So you use, usually it's coconut water as the base or a fresh pressed juice. And then you add in, I have a different guide, a different smoothie that you can make with the different blends of fruit.
No ginger, huh?
You can add in some ginger you want in there. Ginger will be a little spicy, get a little taste.
Because now ginger is the big deal. Everybody's
ginger doing
everything.
Yeah, ginger shot. Ginger everything.
Get a ginger shot.
And it's not a bad thing. The thing is, it's always pros and cons to certain stuff. So like, I'm happy to see that, people are on ginger shot challenges and doing things like that to boost their body up. But I want them to elevate their mind higher than a challenge. Because then you'll do the 10-day ginger shot challenge. Then what are you going to do after them 10 days? You're going to go back to going to Starbucks and getting donuts and pastries and coffees? So I want you to think, okay, this is a ginger shot challenge. But dang, I felt good off that ginger shot challenge. What else could I do to help myself?
What's my next step? Because
Exactly.
we're always evolving, and we should be evolving daily into something else. We shouldn't be the same as we were yesterday. There should be something that says, wow, I did that.
Exactly.
That's just cool. I did that.
And then when you beat that goal, you
go
you
to
can
the
set
next
another one.
And
it's never ending.
And then you become a community of people that are always changing and evolving for
Exactly.
the good of the community now. Because remember, if I'm better, I'm not relying on somebody to get me there. I'm helping someone else get to their next goal or their next goal or whatever the case may be.
And it's a chain effect. And the next thing you know, the weakest link become the strongest link. And now you got a whole community of strong links of people just here to pick each other up. And that's really what I'm trying to do, because I've really seen people I've helped go back and now they're helping their families.
That's the key.
And it's like, wow, just because you made an impact on one person, they made an impact on their entire family. And that's really, I want people to understand, it's not just about me, it's not just about you. It's bigger than all of us.
It's about us maintaining and being a community that can help. We're a community, we serve everybody. We serve each other.
Exactly.
And as we serve, we become a stronger community. What are some of the lifestyles? So if I'm a person coming in, common lifestyle changes should we be doing?
So for me, this is my personal opinion from the results that I gotten, to remove all animal-based products.
Okay. Define animal-based products for people that don't understand what that is.
So basically cutting out meat, cutting out dairy, and just cutting out anything like sauces or any other chips or anything, any side foods that have animal-based products in them. So no eggs, no dairy, no milk, no meat. Those things are very carcinogenic, and they build up a lot of acid inside of your body and also a lot of mucus.
What about organic eggs or organic chickens or organic whatever it is that we're doing? Because now that's the big deal too.
So organic is good, but when it comes to the eggs are the highest pathogen containing food on the planet.
Wow, why is that?
It's just from the nature of the eggs itself. They contain so much, especially nowadays, a lot of these eggs, even if they're organic, they could be pumped up with different, antibiotics, or they could be fed a different crop that help them to grow larger. So I can't trust the animal industry, and you just see so many people suffering that eat animal-based products. I'm not saying all people do, but some people do, most people do. So I always say, let's eliminate animal-based products first.
So what about, but they can have fish.
I don't even recommend fish.
You're talking about everything then.
Everything.
So for meat, include, because most people are, well, that's poultry, that's separate.
Nope, that's all the same. Fish, meat, dairy, anything like that, I just say, yo, get rid of it. And like I say, they be like, oh, I can't do that. You've done it for these past 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Give it a try for these 10 days while you do this cleanse. And I want you to tell me how you feel afterwards. Everyone, I feel electric. I feel so great. I feel full of energy. So I'm like, remember how you feel right now.
Right.
And then remember how you felt beforehand. Do you want to feel like that or do you want to feel like this? And then I let them make their own choice.
And then their gut is different.
Gut microbiome is
That's so important. I don't want to get through this and not talk about the importance of the gut. And the food that we digest. We actually pick it up, we ingest it, and then it becomes a digestive process. And how long that stuff sits there?
Sits for a long time. And the thing is, the gut has different things called the gut microbiome. It's called the, basically your gut is in a state of symbiosis, where you have healthy gut bacteria, and it's all filled with like lactobacillus bacteria and all the other different types of bacteria formulating a good environment to actually ferment food and break it down to be utilized properly. Or it could be in a state of dysbiosis, where the gut is filled with bad bacteria, and it's not even that the bacteria is bad. It's just that it's in an over-proliferated amount.
So it sits
there, and then it doesn't go through fermentation, it goes through putrefaction. And then that food actually decay inside of your intestinal tract, and it will sit there. Yeah, that's why a lot of times people's body odors could be very foul, or the stool can be very foul, because the stool honestly shouldn't have a smell to it. Very, very light or faint smell.
Right.
So sometimes when you go into a restroom and you be like, whoa, what happened in here? Just imagine how long whatever that fecal matter was sitting in their bowels for. So we want to make sure that our gut is in a diverse state, but with healthy microbes, healthy gut bacterium. So when it's in that state, it can do what it needs to properly to digest food, absorb it, utilize it, and then eliminate it properly.
And so this 10-day will definitely...
Oh yeah, it cleanses out. It cleanses out the gut, but not only the gut, it cleanses the lymphatic system, most importantly. So a lot of the times, some people tell me that do the cleanse, they go do a number one and they pee more than they actually eliminated fecal matter of waste. But that's still good too, because a lot of people have a lot of swelling in their body, and then they hold a lot of water retention because of the sodium mineral balance is off. So this helps reset your electrolyte balance inside of your body with the minerals, so that your body can actually release a lot of that excess fluid that could have been containing a lot of different crystallized matter and calcification. So we're hydrating the body to relieve itself of everything it's been holding on to. And that's actually an emotional component to that too, making you feel better as well.
Yeah. Then you act better. You're not mean.
Exactly.
I was just going to think of a nice way to say that, but you're not mean.
People be grumpy because they ain't going to the bathroom and did a boo-boo in 4 or 5 days.
Well.
No one feel good if they ain't going to the bathroom in 4 or 5 days. You want to feel light. You don't want to feel like you have this heavy mass sitting in the center of your body. This is the solar plexus. We want to make sure that this is actually empty, so that energy channel can actually charge the other channels inside of our body.
And so decreasing will definitely, I guess it reduces the fat.
Yes.
So then you'll have loss of fat. So that means that those sections of your body start to get smaller or slimmer. But more importantly, you want to do this because of life.
It's life. And then also, people don't understand, this really your first brain.
Wow.
So when you cleanse your stomach, you're actually cleansing the mental faculties of your mind. You have clearer thoughts. You have better cognitive function. You're able to think clearer. So you need to cleanse this so this can work better. Because if this is full with waste, you're going to think negative thoughts. You're going to be thinking, no one likes me. People, are out to get me. The world is against me. Only because you haven't released the emotional components that's also inside of your gastrointestinal tract. So once you start relieving a lot of that waste, your mind going to open up. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to have better thoughts, and you're just going to feel more energetic too.
That's pretty amazing. And who knew that just a simple thing like detox can change literally the trajectory of your life?
Your whole life.
Much better.
That's why I go so hard for this, because I literally see how it affected me, my family, and other clients and customers. It's just like you can't knock something that you actually experienced and done, and you've seen the results in people.
I got another question. So when you're doing all this, what mentors did you have? So somebody had to come in and mentor your brain and go, look, let's look at this. Let's look at that. What inspired this other than what we just discussed earlier? But what mentors did you have?
So a lot of it was independent research, but I did reach out to a few people just to, pick their brain. So obviously I watched Dr. Sebi videos on YouTube. I watched like Africa videos on YouTube. It's a guy I talked to. His name is Art Foster, based out of Detroit. Super intelligent dude. I don't think he gets enough credit for the stuff that he knows. And he's put me onto a lot of game, and he's helped me, dive deeper and taking more challenges for myself, challenge myself more on the practices that I'm actually talking with people about, implementing them on myself, and realizing like, wow, like the body is capable of doing so many things. So other than them, I would say it was really just God, just listening to my own inner intuition, just guiding me on what I needed to do and how I was going to go fulfill that.
So can you share some lessons you've learned on your journey?
I've learned that biggest lesson, patience is key. You can't force anything on anybody. No matter how good something is and it's beneficial for them, you can't force them to want to do it. Like this saying goes, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. So, and then at that same time, you have to accept them for not wanting to drink the water.
Right.
Because before, when I was first getting into all this, I'd be like, man, get this out of here. Stop eating that. Stop drinking that. Just because I witnessed so many things, I wanted them to feel the same way I felt. But everyone's on their own life path, so giving people grace while they on their path has been the biggest thing. And to accept people for who they are, because they're still human beings, and as long as they're still operating out of genuine intent, you want to love them anyway.
And people, we all eat and do things differently.
Exactly.
Can you talk about the role of nutrition in your holistic health?
So nutrition is key. I feel like exercise is key too, but you can't outwork a bad diet. You want to make sure that you're eating the right food. You could burn off 2,000 calories a day, but then if you go in and just stuff your face with a whole large pizza and fries and 2-liter soda afterwards, I'm not too sure how good the exercise is going to be for you. So it's a balance, and I'm not saying to be perfect, because I'm not. But at the end of the day, you still want to make sure you're making progress if you're dealing with something, or you just want to enhance your overall health.
And then these types of products and specifically aid in your ability to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I get people talking constantly about, I can't sleep at night. I said, well, you need to see somebody about that.
Yeah.
And the pills that they take but you're taking a pill to wake up, a pill to go to sleep. There has to be a better holistic approach to living.
Yeah, a lot of people's circadian rhythms is off balance. And a lot of people, like you say, they take the pills to wake up, pills to go to sleep. They take the melatonin pills. But people don't realize that melatonin is actually built up during the daytime. So it's built up during the daytime, and then it's released at night into your bloodstream to make you feel drowsy. Then you have serotonin that's built up at nighttime that's released into your bloodstream to make you wake up in the rising. So when you're taking the melatonin at night, you really is throwing off the circadian rhythm of how you're supposed to wake up and go to sleep, because you're supposed to be having it released night. So if you're taking it when it's supposed to be produced that night, when it's supposed to be produced and throughout the day, they're throwing off your whole balance.
Throw it off.
Exactly.
So tell me, what is a typical day in the life of Sean J?
Typical day, I say wake up, get the baby a hug and a kiss. Then I probably just go to the gym. That's the first thing I like to do to get my day started. After I go to the gym, I sit in the sauna for maybe like 10, 15 minutes, go do work, knock out work for the day, come home. If I got products I gotta make, I'll make the products. If I gotta, get ready for a consultation, I get ready to do that. And then that's really pretty much my day. I don't really try to get into too much. I realize less is more.
Right.
And I don't need to be doing too much like I used to do when I was younger, So I realize, having a core group of people that you can trust and that's going to give you a stress-free environment as far as mental health goes,
Right.
You can't beat that.
So that's how you balance your personal life and your business life then. You keep it All right.
And I'm still learning how to balance both. I feel like, when you're in the phase of growing the brand and, growing the business, there really ain't no such thing as balance.
Nope.
And, a lot of people don't understand that. So, like I said, with patience and grace, you got to give it to them because they don't understand that. So they're not going to give you that. And they're going to, project how they feel you should be going about things onto you.
Okay.
So that's just what I've realized. And then, instead of like being combative and arguing, you just got to be like, I think we have to agree to disagree. And I think that in time, you're going to see that I did actually have the right mindset behind doing everything instead of me trying to balance everything out. And now I'm not pushing myself the way I should because I'm trying to make sure my rest is there and I'm doing everything else. Like, I still prioritize health, but you still gotta push yourself when you're trying to elevate to the next levels. It's not just gonna happen if you're not putting in the extra work.
How do you see the health and wellness industry in the upcoming years? What do you see?
I see it growing pretty good. I see a lot of people actually prioritizing their health. It's not the amount I feel like we should see, but as far as where it was and how it's growing, man, people are taking huge strides to actually put their mental health first, their emotional health first, their spiritual health first, their physical health first. And then in turn, when you fill up your cup, you can pour into more people that way. But if you're mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically depleted, there's not much you can do and aid into helping anyone. So I feel like the health and wellness space is going in a good direction, and we just need more people that are accountable, that are true leaders, not just talking, but actually doing it. Showing results not only for their clients, but themselves too. So holding ourselves accountable is probably the biggest thing.
Awesome. Are there any communities or charities, initiatives that Sajfit is involved in? Anything you're involved in the community?
So right now, like, we do different things like giving back, like with the YMCA for their Open Doors program to help kids get off of the street, and get them into the YMCAs with YMCA memberships. And then one thing I am looking to do is starting a nonprofit to help obese kids or just kids that just are underprivileged, that don't have access to certain health utilities and certain food, that we can actually sponsor them to get their knowledge base to the right level to where they know how to take care of themselves as they grow older. Because I remember when I was a kid, I was morbidly obese at 11, 12 years old. And it's not because my parents didn't love me. They just did the best that they could. But now I realize we need to give the parents of our kids and our kids the knowledge, so then they can actually go and apply it in a practical way that they can see makes changes for them over time.
We're getting ready to wrap it up, but here's my last question for you. How can individuals interested in Sajfit's products, how can they get it? What do they need to do?
So we got a website, it's www.sajfit.com. That's SAJFIT.com. And then we're also on Instagram _Sajfit. You could contact my personal page, it's Saj the God. We all around on the social medias. And we're constantly just trying to step our game up, So we're at this level with these products, and then soon we're gonna probably be at another level with different products, but we just want to make sure that we're providing the highest level quality to anyone that interact with us, and that they know that we have their best interests in mind. I don't just want your money. I want you to get better. And that's the main focus.
Awesome. Well, Sean, thank you so much for your time and your interview. And this is Renee Lewis with Firepreneur.
Firepreneur, amazing thing. Brother Solomon is doing a great thing. And so are you, Renee. I appreciate the interview and the time taken out for this. I really appreciate it.
Readers, have a great day.
Right. Have a good one, y'all.
Welcome to the world of buying and selling freelancing services, where talent meets opportunity. Fireprenair is an emerging web technology and business development platform, which offer great services in freelancing and digital services. Are you in need of specialized skills or looking to showcase your expertise and earn income? Look no further. On our platform, you'll find a diverse community of talented freelancers ready to deliver exceptional results. From graphic design and web development to writing and marketing, Our freelancers offer a wide range of services to meet your needs. With just a few clicks, you can hire a skilled professional, collaborate seamlessly, and bring your projects to life. Freelancers, this is your opportunity to showcase your skills, build your reputation, and grow your client base. Join a platform that connects you with clients who value your talent and are willing to pay for your services. Whether you're a client in need of specialized services or a freelancer ready to offer your expertise, our platform is here to facilitate your success. Experience the freedom and flexibility of buying and selling freelancing services. Join Fireprenair today and experience the power of connections. Visit fireprenair.com for an exclusive offer. Fireprenair, e-commerce on fire.